Hello everyone, welcome to ASPEAK. Today we are going to talk about the most important 21 time management softwares. Time management. What is time management? Have you ever thought about? Oh, yes. So people, today we are going to talk about time management and I'm going to help you out with 21 skills. 21 soft skills of time management which will change the way you manage your time. So are you ready? Firstly, time management is a process of organizing, planning how you divide your time between specific activities. So I'm going to help you out imbibing yourself with several soft skills which are going to make you amazing in terms of time management. So are we ready? Alright. So the first and the foremost soft skill which we are going to learn in time management is called as acquaint. Right, you heard me correct. Acquaint. Acquaint is basically used on the topmost level when I talk about time management. So, have you ever thought of acquaint? Do you know acquaint? What is acquaint? Acquaint is a keenness to perception. A keenness to perception. Right. So, when you have acquaint, you are able to be sharp. You are able to be efficient in your thinking. You are able to understand things quickly and put up on the new concepts. These help you save a lot of your time and save time of others whom you are related to. So, what is acquaint going to do? Acquaint is going to make you clear in your understanding, in your thinking. If you are sharp in your thinking, you are going to be a great person in managing your time. Now, we all know this is the step 1 to be excellent in terms of managing our time. So, what is the second soft skill that we need to be excellent in terms of time management? So, let me tell you that. Second thing which you would be needing here is nothing amazing and too complicated. It is amazing yet very easy. I am talking about allocating resources. This is important for all the people in the world. Imagine like you are a businessman. You often face resources constraint. Imagine you have got 10 resources out of which 7 are available and 3 are not. You had a lot of money but currently you have invested it everywhere. You don't have any moment right there. There is often discrepancy between the resources which are required and which are available. And it happens with every person in the world. So being able to allocate and plan how to allocate those resources for their best utilization, for the best output is called allocating resources. Now in my entire day, I may be having a lot of resources with me. I may not be having a lot of resources with me. Depends on the time and situation. I must be able to allocate my resources so well that I should be a master of time management. I should be able to enjoy managing my time efficiently and effectively. The third and not too difficult soft skill is coping. Coping. Have you ever heard of this word? Yes, gap in coping skills. You know, many people say this person cannot cope up to an ability to solve the problems and cannot make effective decisions. So, are you not a lack of decision maker? Are you not a good decision maker? Worry not, I'm here to help you out. Coping is a soft skill which we can imbibe in ourselves by an ability to being solution minded, making effective decisions. These soft skills of coping are an indicative of willingness to engage in our solution mindedness, taking initiative in our work, taking initiative in our learning, in our life, and bringing about a change. For any time management, we should always be ready to solve the problem. And this ability to solve the problem comes from nowhere else than coping. For this, I need to be solution minded and not problem minded. I need to look at the solution instead of the problem. The next soft skill is critical observation. Critical observation refers to an ability to recognize the details which are going to impact how you're going to handle every situation which you face. So, with critical observation, all you can do is notice the patterns, behaviors that other people might have overlooked. Imagine if I am a person who is a student, I'm not able to complete a particular dedicated task on time. Or imagine I'm a businesswoman, I'm not able to give my time to a particular activity. As a generic person, what should I have overlooked? What is an element of my life which I have not noticed? That is the pattern which you need to notice. That is the behavior you need to change. These observations may seem small initially at the moment, but they make a big difference over time. It is going to make a big difference to your life's bottom line. Exactly, you heard me correct. So, critical observation. Let's have a glance. See, we started at the first time management skill, equity. Second, time management skill, allocating resources. Third is scoping. Fourth is critical observation. And I'm going to come on the most important one which you all are good at, hopefully, is focus. Exactly. Everyone needs to reach the highest level of focus to manage their time, to organize their priorities, to get what you need in your life. Because with focus, you can work independently, complete tasks in time, and you can be awesome enjoying everything in your life. You don't need to do a compromise of not enjoying this today or maybe doing that tomorrow. This is the benefit of focus. A high level of focus can help you manage, organize your time and priorities both together so that you don't need to leave something for some other day. But only focus, is it going to work? No. So what do I need next along with focus? Hold on. That is goal setting. Goal setting is an important task because it needs you to have confidence in your abilities, an attitude of hopefulness. Everything is possible. That attitude must be. Further, you need to be aware of how to set realistic goals for yourself. Because goal setting can be done by everyone. Have you imagined how do you do it realistically? That skill of setting a realistic goal for yourself is going to demonstrate how self-aware are you and how excellent are you in your time management skills. This is a demand of your entire life, not only for those who are studying, not only for those who are working, and not only for those who own a business, not only for those who are housewives, are working professionals, or freelancers. Everybody needs time management soft skills. You might have ever learned time management in various different ways, but trust me on it, this is the most different approach which you are going to learn it. The next step which is coming now is introspection. What is introspection? It is critical as well as emotional intelligence. Introspection. You introspect yourself to your emotional intelligence, to how productive you are, how do you behave with people and everything. Everyone in the world values people who are able to address the personal problems in a different way and professional problems or generic problems in a different way. When your introspection goes hand in hand with self-awareness, this is what you need. It is going to sharpen your emotional intelligence. It's going to make you more productive. It's going to make you more effective, and it's going to save a lot of your time because you realize which problem can be addressed in which manner. You introspect yourself. You are self-aware. You don't need anybody else's help with this. Next is the most interesting thing which you might have never heard of. A soft skill of time management which everybody needs in the world. Exactly, you heard me well. Everybody in the world needs memory, isn't it? Having a good memory is going to help you keep up with the fast-paced business world, keep up with the fast-paced generation wherein everybody in 21st century wants to make a mark of their own in their life, in the lives of others. Have you ever thought of how memory gives a deepening effect? It gives a deepening effect by helping you, preventing you from forgetting your deadlines when you need to do what task, how, in what manner. It helps you know the facts, names of the people in the world who are important to you. It will help you save time of looking back to things again and again and again. Exactly. So memory is really, really important, don't you think so? The next we're gonna look at is a simple most thing which we learn from our mom but we never implement it until and unless we learn about it in some session by someone else. Exactly. Never mind bad about it. It is organization. Some people are said to be universal organizers. Means the people are naturally bound to organize things. Whenever they get angry, they organize everything and keep. But some people are known as always decluttered people, always unorganized people. What are you? You need to run your life in a smooth manner. But this thing, the first requirement is going to be organization. You need to keep the things in an effective manner. You need to organize your thoughts, your work process, your place, everything around you in a decluttered manner, in a very simple manner, so that it will soothe into you. How is it going to affect you? It is going to affect you because when everything is going to be in place, you don't need to look for things in the last minute. No matter, I may be working on a laptop or phone, no matter you might have kept your things in the Google Drive, and all you need is you need to remember that organization is going to help you get everything at the last minute, even if you want to search for it. Then I'll talk about the most important thing which you have been looking out for but you never got to get from people. The most critical part of success, personal time management. What is this now? Personal time management. It is nothing different than having a sense of balance in your time, a critical most part of success. which involves being able to recognize how long a task is going to take and take up the necessary breaks in your work to keep you motivated always and keep your motivation level on the highest brim on the top of it. Exactly. This is called personal time management. I used to do was different, isn't it? This is what you're thinking at the moment. Don't worry, a lot of steps of personal time management are following next. So the next most important time management soft skill is planning. When you plan to succeed, because this allows you to make a lot of progress with your job, with your work, with your education, with your knowledge, perseverance, acceptance. Forecasting your results, everything, you need planning. People who can plan effectively are always prepared for any possible obstacles. 99% people say, I plan my day well. But do you ask yourself, were you ready for all possible obstacles? If yes, you are excellent at planning. Otherwise, not. So, planning is the most difficult soft asset. Prioritization. Everybody wants to be able to recognize the tasks which are time sensitive, should be able to prioritize which work should they do first. You need to avoid missing any deadlines due to pushing up of any particular project at the last instance. You should not be waiting for the last minute to come and only then start being amazing. Never do that. That's called deprioritizing. We need to do only prioritization. The next step is recall. When you're able to properly recall every fact information, you save yourself the time and trouble of having to refer with the written information again and again. This allows you to help others who are struggling to remember information, provide them in the right way at that very moment of time when they need you. Recall. The next is scheduling. What is scheduling? It is being able to estimate how long will anything take. A critical part of time management, because you have to take into account how many moving parts in order to work efficiently. You need to take into account how many things are going to be involved in this particular task together simultaneously so as you can manage yourself efficiently. Next is sense of urgency. Having a sense of urgency leads to the results because all it requires is burst of creativity and activity. If you are working in inflexible deadlines, it is imperative to work with a mindset that things must be accomplished as immediate as possible. Next is streamlining. Streamlining? Oh yes, this is all about what we know out of soft skills or time management together. Yes, streamlining your work involves cutting out unnecessary tasks, reducing the amount of paperwork, reducing the excessive information which isn't required for any particular thing. Some excessive information which I would never require for my progress, but I have kept it stored into my head. This is called streamline. I need to cut it off. This is important because it enables you work properly, efficiently, save your time, recognize the ways by which you are wasting your time without even knowing about it. The next is everyone's favorite, you see, stress management. What exactly is stress management? A little bit of stress gives you motivation and a sense of urgency. But when the stress level goes high, too much stress can cause you to feel like you're losing control. Everyone wants to be with people who can effectively manage their stress, avoid being burnt out and turn off or something. Everyone wants people who can manage themselves, who can manage their stress and always remain motivated. So managing stress is again one of the important points here. The next is task planning. Task planning. It involves setting your goals, finding unnecessary resources, scheduling things that are related to a certain task. When you're able to do this effectively, what you can do is achieve your goal in the amount of time that you have available with you, and not looking out for something which would help you set your goal later. Task planning. The next one is task tracking. Keeping up with your progress is something which is very important. Everybody reaches somehow till prioritization, scheduling, and even till task planning. But what people fail at is task tracking. Because this is the most important skill, especially when you want yourself to be the best. No matter you might be a student, a leader, or a head of any particular empire, you need to track your task. You need to know where is the progress. Not only is it important for you to be able to track your own progress, it is also imperative to keep up with the information which you should be completed with. And information of tasks to make sure that everyone is working on a schedule. Every moment you are on the right schedule. The next is time awareness. In order to be successful in any particular aspect of your life, you need to have an idea of how long things take to accomplish. How much time has passed as you are working on any particular thing. You cannot contribute to the success of the project if you think a task will take 30 minutes and it ends up taking 5 hours without you even realizing it. That's not called time awareness. So time awareness is effectively completing your scheduled action at scheduled time by involving you, planning your task effectively, tracking your task effectively, and making yourself aware of time which was required for the activity and which you ended on easily, isn't it? Work-life balance is again the next one. The last time management is called work-life balance. Now you people might be thinking, oh, I don't need a work-life balance. See, no matter you're a student, a housewife, a homemaker, a designer, a studio owner, a businessman, a gamer, or anybody in the world, a freelancer, a teacher, an inspector, anybody out of human beings, you need a work-life balance. Why? As a student, the student's job might be studying. This is work. But doesn't he have a life? As a parent, you might be having a different work. As an employee, you might be having a different work. Everybody has got work in their life. You need to be able to make time for other aspects of your life. Keep aside your work in order to be an effective person. With the availability of technology, it's easier to disconnect from the things once those are done. Even if you are on vacation, It is important to be self-aware, because when you are aware of the work-life balance, you can take care of yourself, and not only yourself but other people in your surroundings, in your family and friends and relatives and whatnot. Take the breaks that you need to recuperate from work, to come back with the same energy and the same motivation you need. Because remember, people are living for themselves and their families. Today, you may be any person in the world. You are not living for somebody else's family. You are living for your own family first. You yourself first, and then your family, and then relatives, and then friends, etc. So if you do not maintain a work-life balance, if you don't know to take out time for your own important aspects of life, you are going to be very poor in terms of time management, and mark it down. If you want to be excellent for time management, you need to give time to yourself. Set aside from everything you do for your own life. Do something which is exorbitantly awesome according to you. Something which you love always. Something which you would like to do in your leisure time. That means you need to manage your time so as you're left with time for leisure. That's all, people with ASPEAK. Next time we are going to see lots more. If you have any request, please mention in the comments. How do you feel after the session? Do mention it. We are going to make separate videos on each and every aspect of the session which is mentioned into it. Anyways, I hope you people enjoyed it, and see you the next time. Till then, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the people you love and would like them to progress in their life. Thank you wholeheartedly.